What is going on, YouTube? Lamont on the run. Today we are in Carthage, Missouri. And this right here is the Jasper County Courthouse. And let me say this by far is the absolute most breathtaking and wonderfully built with its elegant architecture courthouse I have ever seen. It looks like a castle. So if you smoke meth in this town, you probably come here all the time. Moving along. Guys, before we begin the story, I just want to reiterate, some of you guys might be a little confused with this channel. This is not Lamont at Large. Lamont at Large, I go to locations of where crimes occur, graves, so forth and so on. This channel is not a location channel. This channel is basically partly true crime, partly current events, partly my opinion on such matters. So, separate channels. People are getting a little bit confused because my name is Lamont. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about a man by the name of Ramon Escobar. And the reason why I'm speaking about him is because he recently murdered his cellmate, Juan Villanueva. So the reason why Ramon Escobar murdered Mr. Villanueva is because Mr. Villanueva is no bueno. He was doing time in prison. I think he was doing a life sentence for basically rape or molestation of a kid under the age of 14. And Ramon Escobar, he murdered him because in prison that's what they do to child touchers. See, Mr. Escobar, he likes to kill pedos, and he likes to kill homeless people, and he likes to kill people who are sleeping, and he also likes to kill his own family members. This guy is a serial killer. Now, you probably don't know his name or the crimes that he committed because it didn't get a whole lot of media attention, but I will basically give you a quick rundown of who he is and why he's currently serving multiple life sentences in prison in California. So originally this guy is from El Salvador, and he came here to the United States in the late 80s illegally. So he is an illegal alien, or if that hurts your feelings, he is an undocumented immigrant. Or what is going, whose dog are you? You're just randomly rock. Hey, who's the boss here? Which one's in charge? All right. I don't know what kind of dog that is. What is that, a sheepdog or something? Anyway, they're just walking around. Anyways, so this guy came here illegally, right? And normally when people come here illegally and they know that they come here illegally, they normally don't commit any crimes because they don't want to go back to whatever hellhole they came from. They came here for a reason, to escape, just poverty, or just to come here to work, right? But not Mr. Escobar. No, he doesn't care. He came here because there was nothing really in El Salvador to steal. So he came over to the United States because there's a lot better things to steal. Like this dog. That's somebody's dog. Are you a nice dog? Come here. You're gonna get ran over. I'm trying to talk about this. Whose dog are you? All right. Well, if you need my help, let me know. See, I would take that dog with me. This dog is totally. Okay. Anyways, so Mr. Escobar comes to this country, and at first he gets a regular job. He's doing like day labor stuff like that, and then now they're just running around in the street. Whose dogs are these? I'm trying to talk about a serial killer, and these dogs. Anyways. Moving along. I really need to get a studio. Moving along. So he comes to this country and he gets a job doing whatever labor, and then he likes to steal. So he gets caught, he gets arrested, and they throw him in jail, and then they deport him, rightfully so, because he's here illegally. It's illegal to come here illegally. They deport him back to El Salvador, and he says, screw that, I'm coming back. Better than ever. And to steal more things. He comes back, continues the same old thing. This is the kind of guy that if he's walking down the street and he sees a bicycle, as a matter of fact, if he's walking down the street and he sees that dog, he'll just steal that dog and go sell it. I mean, he does what he does. So anyways, he gets caught again, stealing. Now this time, they sentence him to 2 years in prison for entering the country illegally and for whatever charge that he picked up with the stealing. Okay, so he gets deported back to El Salvador. He comes back yet again and is stealing again. So this guy doesn't know how good he has it here, apparently, because he just can't stop stealing. This guy, let me tell you, this guy comes back again and he gets caught yet again picking up a new charge, right? More stealing. This time, they give him 5 years in prison. So between 1995 and 2000, he's sitting cooling his heels in a prison somewhere in Texas. So he gets back out again, deported to El Salvador, comes back yet again. Now this time, he gets caught right just as he got past the border. He gets arrested. They lock him up somewhere in Brownsville down in South Texas. Now, this guy starts presenting like evidence that he might be mentally ill. He says he wants to hurt himself. He says that he hears voices. He sees demons in the wall. People are talking to him, telling him to hurt people. So they don't know what to do with him. So they transfer him out of state to a mental facility where he can receive the help that he needs. Okay. So he goes to this mental facility. He's diagnosed as a schizophrenic, right? So between 1997 and 2011, this guy is deported at least 6 times, right? So we have a diagnosed schizophrenic trying to enter the United States. And he could easily do so because there's really not much of a border. You just kind of got to sneak past the border patrol and then, you're home scot-free. So this guy comes back again in 2012. He's caught yet again, and he does another 2 years in prison. He gets out, deported again. He comes back yet again. So this guy's coming back and forth plenty of times. A lot of times. But this time, he says like, oh yeah, I want to apply for political asylum. And they're looking at this guy and like, well, you're diagnosed schizophrenic. This is your 7th time trying to get into this country. Hey, let's grant it. This guy is granted political asylum. All right. Okay, cool. All right, capiche. So this guy ends up settling down with his aunt and uncle in the Houston, Texas area, right? So he gets a job as a day laborer, right? So he wakes up, goes looking for work, whatever. So he's staying with his aunt, Rogelio, and his aunt, I believe her name. Oh, you guys again? You guys are just, this is ridiculous. That looks like a nice dog. See, I should go walk back and get him some dog treats. Which one was the boss again? I forgot. Anyways, I really need a studio. So he's doing that, right? Now, people, they don't know that this guy is violent. As much as he's been arrested and thrown in jail and prison and all the years he served, people, they don't know him to be violent, right? Hey, Buppy. I don't want to start petting him because then I'm going to take him with me. Anyways, moving along. Trying to... So, he... Staying with his aunt and uncle, Rogelio, and I believe his grandmother's name is Dina or Nina. And one day, not quite sure why, can't really say why, he decides to kill his uncle Rogelio, right? So I think he suffocates him with a towel and throws his body in a dumpster somewhere in the area. So he's like, la da 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 da, and then his wife, Rogelio's wife, she's like, I wonder where my husband is, and she hasn't seen him in like a couple days, so she's constantly asking Ramon. She's like, where's your uncle? He's like, I don't know where he's at. So the next day, they go out on a trip together, and they pull over into this neighborhood, and he decides to kill his aunt too. So he kills her, takes her body, and puts it in a separate dumpster, right? So now you got two missing people. So this guy takes her minivan, goes down to Galveston, which is about 45 minutes south of Houston, and sets the van on fire. He goes back home, jumps into his 2004 Honda CR-V, and he says, "Vamos, Los Angeles, here I come." So he goes to Los Angeles, right? And now this guy, he's probably in full schizo mode, right? Full schizo mode. And all of a sudden, this guy, I don't know, he has a baseball bat, some bolt cutters, a sleeping bag in his car. He's roaming around Los Angeles looking for homeless people to kill. So he sees this homeless guy, right? Just sleeping, doing nothing. September 8th, 2018. So he attacks this homeless man with a baseball bat, nearly kills him, right? But thankfully, this man survived. However, 2 days later, the next man that he would attack, 51-year-old Juan Antonio Ramirez, would not be so lucky. He ends up killing him. So a week later, on the 16th of September, this guy goes on a warpath, attacking 3 homeless men. 24-year-old Brandon Ridout and 59-year-old Kevin Williams. They both died. Now, there was a third man who was attacked. He ends up surviving. Thank God. I mean, this guy, and there was also another man that I believe he attacked, and he died a few years later. Okay. So anyways, by this time now, there's been several homeless attacks, and now I remember this story because now I'm seeing this online, that there's a guy going around attacking and killing homeless people with a baseball bat, and they had a picture or a closed cap. You again? You guys are... what are you guys doing? Anyways, do you want to hear the story or what? So there's like an APB out for this guy, and he has a funny way of walking. I don't know if he's bow-legged or maybe he broke his leg or when he was a kid, so he has some kind of limp or whatever. Anyways, so September 20th, 2018. So this guy's now has been attacking homeless people for like the last 2 weeks. So he's at the Santa Monica Pier, and he sees a man, Stephen Ray Cruz. This man is sleeping at the at the pier at the Santa Monica Beach. But this guy's not homeless. Nah, he lives, I forgot where he lives at. I think he lives, well, it doesn't matter where he lives. He lives with his parents. He goes to Santa Monica to go fishing, and for some unknown reason, he decided to just go ahead and stay the night over there so he could wake up really early in the morning to catch some fish. So this guy is like sleeping in his vehicle, and this guy, or in his tent or whatever, and then this guy, baseball bat, kills this guy as well. So now you got, what is it now? We got 4 people dead that this guy's killed? At least 4. Oh, and by the way, this guy has attacked a lot of other homeless people too. I think he's attacked like 6 or 7 homeless people. They lived because they were able to fight him off. And it would be quite some time before this guy ended up getting caught, and it was thanks to that surveillance video that he had just attacked somebody when he was finally caught and he was arrested. Now, this guy ends up getting arrested, and they believe they have the man that is responsible for all those homeless murders. And, there's really no death penalty in California anymore. So he goes ahead and pleads guilty to avoid the death penalty or whatever. So they ended up sentencing him to like consecutive life sentences in California State Prison. So that's probably why that dog wants to jump out and play. That dog wants to play. Whose dogs are you? What's going on over here? Anyways, that dog wants to jump out. Anyways, these dogs. You hear that dog? That dog wants to jump out. He wants to play with you guys. Where is... I think that was a husky in that truck. I have no idea. Anyways. All right, guys. So that's the story. Ramon Escobar, the homeless man, serial killer guy. And the reason why I'm talking about him, of course, is because he just killed his cellmate. Anyways, would have saved quite a number of people's lives if there was some kind of a way to prevent this guy from coming. And this is why, guys, just to let you know, this is why you build a border. This is why you build a fence around your house, to keep people like this. You know, because this guy killed several people. Anyways, very, very dangerous world. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got to get me some dog treats and give to these dogs. Hopefully they'll find their way home and not get ran over by a car. All right, guys, have a good one. Catch up with you later. Oh, by the way, before I end the story, Carthage, Missouri. That's about it. I should have mentioned it. Belle Starr. I'm gonna do a story about her. She was like kind of like an outlaw. She hung out with the Jesse James gang. She's from Carthage. Oh, and Jan Carl. If you're from LA, you remember Jan Carl. She used to be on Channel 5 News. I think now she's on Entertainment Tonight. They're both from Carthage, Missouri. All right, guys, gotta go. Catch up with you later. Have a good one. Peace out.